My name is Theo, I'm here with Kicks Mag, and today we're at the iconic Koko in Camden. We're here for a UKG Brunch, 7th anniversary. We're going to be interviewing some of the artists, and come with me inside. Let's find out.
Yo, this is MC Creed, and I'm at Koko in Camden at UKG Brunch, and this is Kicks Mag.
Hi, my name is Theo, and I'm here with the wonderful, amazing MC Creed.
Oh, bless,
Can you
man.
just tell
You're
me-
too kind.
Anytime. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, just introduce yourself to the camera.
A little bit about myself. Well, look, I've been MCing for about 35 years. I was the first UK garage MC. I started off doing a little bit, say, in places like Labyrinth and Wildlife, and then I kind of came into garage, and there were no MCs at that time in garage. So I filled a gap, and then it kind of became a regular thing. So that's why they call me the Godfather.
That's really fascinating. I mean, what inspired you to have that pioneering thought of, this is missing a bit, this needs these MCs over this music?
Well, luckily I was hanging around with certain guys and girls who were the innovators who really, started the party side of the scene. Because there are people that made the music, and there are people that put on events, and people who partied. And we were people who partied, and amongst us there were people like Dominic Spreadlove, Norris the Boss Windross, Daryl B, Steve Flight. There were loads of people back in them days who were doing things, but they were raving every week. Every week we'd find a venue and have a party, and it started off like 50 of us, turned into 100, turned into 200, 300, and you know what I mean? That was really how the UK garage scene birthed. There was different people in different parts of London who were listening to the same type of music, and they were playing we used to play the dubs. We would more play the dub versions in our clubs, so it had a certain feel. Our clubs had an underground feel that even though other people were playing house and garage at the time, it weren't the same as what we were playing. So the scene just started out of that, from pubs to bars to clubs.
It just evolved from there.
And houses. We used to go to pubs, bars, houses and clubs, back to back. We'd go out on a Thursday, come home on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's every week. You get me? And there was partying all the way through. It was mad.
Was there a moment along that journey that just made you think, wow, maybe it's turned something bigger than you thought it would have?
Well, the thing is, when I picked up a mic, I always thought that I was going to do something. I thought I was going to do something. I didn't know how big, it was going to be, but I always thought that it could be quite big if I was lucky and did the right things. I was kind of confident in myself, but me coming into garage, I wasn't sure how it would go. At the time, I didn't care how it would go. We were having a great time. We really didn't care. We were playing the best music. We had the best people around us, and we were just having a good time. So I was kind of lucky, whether it's timing, whether it's the universe, whether it's your destiny, whatever it is. I was lucky that at that time I had the right shit for the right time. So that's it.
I think that's what makes all great artists, just that pure passion for the music.
We were doing it because we loved it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. And I mean, today we are here in the iconic Koko in Camden. What does it feel like to be performing here today?
Well, you know what? I used to work here quite a lot back in the day for Zoo Promotions and others like Tony McMahon and that, and it was called Camden Palais in them days. But it's the same place, same atmosphere, same building. It's great. It's an iconic venue. So
100%. I mean, the crowd here today are just bouncing. It's incredible energy. You think there's something about this maybe slightly older crowd that bring a different kind of energy to the new crowd, perhaps?
Well, what it is, Nobody's on their phones. Don't get me wrong, people are taking pictures and videos when they want, but they're not constantly on it. They're not raving through their phone. They're having a dance. That's the difference between the generation now and the generation then. Remember back in them days, people were smoking cigarettes in clubs. There was like, the rules were completely different. Like there weren't no camera phones, none of that. People had phones, but nobody was running around taking pictures. And I'm really glad. I'm glad about that, because the state that most of us were in, you wouldn't want that like out there forever. You just would not. So I'm glad that we got to, you know, have all of them great times without all of the camera phones. There is still some footage. Promoters had cameramen or whatever. So there is footage, but I'm glad that mainly it was all about dancing. That's the main thing, dancing.
100%. It's called dance music. Dancing is all about. Do you think that they should maybe introduce more clubs with a no phones policy, or do you think they should just let the young crowd carry on what they're doing today?
You know what? Look, I'm like this. I'm not about making rules for people, because to me, clubs is all about being against the rules. Like club life, to me, was always like a rebellion, because I wouldn't even say club, but I'd say nightlife was all about rebellion. Because when I started on the journey, I was going to blues parties first. They were like semi-illegal parties in houses, and we were listening to all genres because we couldn't get clubs. Then after that, there was the acid house scene, and the acid house scene was all about fingers up at the powers that be and just rave, and people, you know, young people doing whatever they wanted and don't care what anyone else says. So I'm all about rebellion. So I don't think that I would bring in any rules to stop people from doing what they're doing, but I would try and discourage people raving with their phones so much. Stick it in your pocket and dance, you know what I'm saying?
100%, 100%. I mean, you can just see here, it makes the atmosphere so much just louder. Do you think, I mean, obviously we're here in the iconic Koko, but unfortunately, like throughout the UK right now, loads of smaller clubs particularly are shutting down around 2 a day.
Even big clubs.
Even big clubs as well.
Small clubs. Big clubs, like I swear, I went through not Trafalgar Square, through Leicester Square, and this was probably 6 months ago, and I was walking through it, and I swear, I was so sad. I'm looking at Maximus has gone, like Club Coup's gone, Gas Club's gone, like they've all gone. All the clubs that we used to work at, like probably 50% of my clubbing life, say on a Saturday night, was in Leicester Square. I'd go from one club to another on like one night.
Yeah.
All of that's gone. Cafe de Paris gone as well. Like all of them are gone, bruv. So yeah, it's a very sad thing, and you know, I kind of feel sorry for the youth, because like they don't even know what they're missing because they weren't there. But like, it would be so good to grab a bunch of them and bring them back, like in a time tunnel or something, and just show them what it was like, mate. They'd never want to come back, mate.
I mean, do you think it's the culture changing, or do you think that it's something that's out of their control?
What it is, bruv, there was no social media back in them days. There was no camera or video phones. There were phones, people had little Polaroid cameras or little throwaway cameras. Some people used to take shots. But what I'm saying is that these kids nowadays have grown up on phones. So wherever you put them, the phones are coming out, right? Yeah. Like, whether it's in a school, like they're pulling their phones out, or wherever they are, at this point, any person who has had a phone for more than 5 years is probably addicted to their phone. So that's got a lot to do with it, I think. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, as well, I just want to talk a bit about the garage scene in general. Where do you see it going, and what is your opinion with the way that garage is currently evolving right now?
Okay, where do I see it going? You know, I'm quite happy now with the music that I'm hearing. The new music I'm talking about has got a lot better. Like me and Norris, the boss, we do a show on Centreforce every Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. Called The Godfathers, a garage show. And like we play a lot of that new stuff from, like, you know, the new artists, and I tell you what, compared to 5 years ago or 10 years ago, it's like 50% better. Now, even tonight, Norwich played one or two of them tracks. And even though this crowd is an old school crowd, they've come to listen to old school music, he dropped a couple of them and they would have like smashed it, bruv. So yeah, the music has got better. Look, garage is just going to be one of them scenes like rock and roll. It's just going to go on forever. It's just going to go on forever because different age groups and generations are getting into it. I see it all the time. There are kids who are young, they're in our raves and they know every word. Whether their parents brought them up on garage or them and their friends group have found garage. Whatever it is, they're on it.
100%. And just one quick final one. Are there any new up-and-coming garage producers that have really caught your attention, perhaps, or are you still focusing on those?
No, bruv, I'm not focusing on the past at all. I focus on the past for good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there's some good music from the past, but at the end of the day, now is now. So like, I would say people like Chris Bass is great, like Smokey Bubbling B. There are loads of these new school garage producers, and like, at the end of the day, like, we're here, we want your music, bruv, and we want to play it, and we want to play it in the clubs. We don't want to just play it on the radio, we want it in the clubs, because without new music, there's no growth, right? A scene will die. Look, I cannot see garage dying because these people, they would rave to the same music for like 50, 60 years, they don't care. But the thing is, I want a bit of growth. And I want diversity in there, music-wise, so yeah.
Okay, thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much.
Pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. Cheers.
Yo, this is MC Green. All right, ready?